You know, Joyce, this is a rare second take. Because we already had started reviewing Freaks. What year did Freaks come out?
I don't know. Recently.
It's a new movie, I understand.
I would say it's probably 2019.
Joyce, what is Freaks about?
Freaks is about this little girl who is being shut in with her dad.
Oh, and it's fucked up. Her dad looks just like Jack Black.
No, he does not.
Oh my god, I was just, for like 45 minutes, I was like, Jack Black, why are you doing this? And then I figured out, it's not even him.
Not him at all.
It looks a lot like him.
Anyway, it almost like, from the audience perspective, it looks like he might be abusive. But...
Like, why couldn't they just get Jack Black?
This is a notable actor.
Who? Jack Black?
No, this guy.
Man, nobody never heard of this motherfucker that looked like Jack Black. He was in
that skateboard movie. With the Z.
That skateboard movie that everybody saw and was nominated for Oscars.
He's been in a lot of movies. He's a famous actor. He's not like famous like Leo, but he's
not even
been in a lot of
famous
movies.
like Jack Black.
I just can't think of his name, as per usual.
He's the most famous guy whose name you can't remember.
I can remember no one's name.
So anyway, this little girl is locked up with Jack Black, who is just like, oh my god, you can't leave the house or else you'll be killed. You want your dad to be killed, you stupid little bitch.
You sound like Sebastian Bach.
That's how Jack Black talks.
That's also how Sebastian Bach talks. Anyway,
moving forward,
she ends up sneaking out of the house because this ice cream truck is always riding by and she really wants ice cream. So she ends up sneaking. Her dad falls asleep and she ends up sneaking out, and this ice cream guy,
who is played by the old Confederate general from the Hateful Eight. Love that guy.
Yeah, he was a good character in this.
Now with, I would say 100% less N-bombs in this film than in The Hateful Eight.
For sure. But anyway, so he's the ice cream truck driver, and he ends up coercing her into the truck, and they go to a park, and then
he does not try to touch her no-no zones. Don't get alarmed.
It does seem creepy, though. Like, it all seems very creepy. The dad and this guy. So they end up going to this park, and then you quickly start to gather what's going on and that there's something bigger here, and then it turns out that this man is actually her grandpa, and people are called freaks and they bleed from their eyes and have special abilities.
Right, like this movie is basically the plot of one of those X-Men movies where there's like a certain X-Men movie where it's becoming apparent in society that mutants are a thing, and they're like, oh, these fucking mutants should be rounded up and put away, and that's what's going on in Freaks.
Right, but there's...
Long story short.
There's a couple things happening, like, they believe... They're telling them that they're sending them all to this mountain where they can live happily and peacefully, but turns out...
It's like fucking Auschwitz for mutants.
They're not really living there happily and peacefully.
The only way you get out of Magic Mountain is up the chimney stack.
So there's a few other things like going on throughout the plot of the movie, but this little girl, she has very powerful and unique powers because her mom was a freak and her dad was a freak, and it turns out her mom is under the mountain but is still alive even though they thought she was dead, but the little girl can visit her.
Okay, I'm going to just say right now that despite the fact that everything, I'm going to spoiler alert the end, everything is okay in the end. Except I think Jack Black dies, doesn't he?
He does. The grandpa dies too.
Okay, so...
The mom and the little girl.
The mom and the girl survive. But despite that, if you are a person watching that is triggered by little girls in, you know, situations where they're talking to a creepy looking ice cream man, or maybe being wrongfully treated by other people, you're sensitive to that kind of thing. I mean, nothing really bad happens, but maybe it's not the movie for you.
Right, like when you first start watching
Caution.
it, you wonder what's happening.
Yeah, you'd be like, what the fuck even is this movie?
But then it starts to become clear that the things that he's doing really is in her best interest, because she does not know that she has powers at that point. He doesn't either.
Right, Jack Black is kind of an asshole in the movie, but he's a good guy. Really the same thing with the Confederate soldier from The Hateful Eight.
Right, he's very weird though. Like, his character's very eccentric.
Like, they're both like looking out for this girl, and like, you know, like they're her family, and they want good things to happen to her, but they both just like, it's almost like they want to come across as the two creepiest, like, controlling, fucking maniacal, weird people ever.
Well, the grandpa's main objective is to rescue his daughter, so he's not necessarily putting the best interest of the child ahead. Until towards the end of the movie, I think he does. But when he first picks her up, it's his intention to use, because he figures she has powers, and it's his intention to use them to rescue his daughter.
What was your favorite part about the movie, Joyce?
I thought that the little girl was actually a very good actress. She portrayed it.
Well, that was my least favorite. You just made me think of my least favorite.
I don't normally like watching children in movies, but I thought she was really good.
I gotta get this off my chest about the little girl. She was good.
If you say she wasn't wearing pants...
Oh yeah, there is a scene where she's not wearing any pants.
She is wearing pants. They're tan leggings.
They're tan leggings. It's kind of like...
They are.
Have you ever seen that People of Walmart picture with the cashier at Walmart, and it looks like she's not wearing any pants, but it's tan leggings?
Right.
Kind of the same deal. But what I was going to say about the girl is her magical power is like, put that down, put that down, put that down, put that down. If she says something in a really loud, annoying voice 4 times, the thing happens. That's like her mutant power.
She has to mean it. But she can also...
and she says so many fucking things 4 times in this fucking movie in the same annoying voice. It's just like, you just want to like... I don't care if you're a fucking mutant. Shut the fuck up.
I thought she did it well.
I mean, obviously
she can also travel to other places.
She can astral project.
She's kind of like in 2 places at once. The dad's secret...
It's unclear how exactly this works.
Yeah, but the dad's power is something to do with stopping time.
He can make like
speeding up time.
A time bubble, he calls it.
Yeah. And and the grandpa can disappear, be invisible.
He can be invisible, like Ronnie James Dio in the song Invisible.
Yeah. We also watched The Invisible Man. Did we review that?
Oh, we gotta talk about... Did we talk about The Invisible Man?
We got a queue going.
We should be writing these down.
Anyway, I liked this movie.
I didn't talk about my favorite part of the movie.
What was your favorite part?
So in the movie, the dad has arranged, it's like, you know, they're getting into like a Diary of Anne Frank type of situation where the dad has this place of refuge lined up for his daughter should anything happen, and it's the people that live across the street. And then when he finally, either the girl goes over there without asking him, or he finally has to be like, you know, it's a fucked situation, I have to bring her over there. And these people are like the biggest assholes ever. And I forget exactly how, but they like fucking... Jack Black like blows up their house.
She starts acting... No, it was the little girl. She starts acting like fake, saying, you love me. Because she has these fantasies of moving in with this family because he's been telling her this her whole life. So she thinks her mommy's dead and that she's going to go live with this family and have a new mommy and a new sister. But she time travels at night, or whatever it is her power is. She spends the night all the time with this little girl and their family, and the parents don't know that that's happening. They don't know she's a freak.
Look, the point is they're a bunch of assholes, and then Jack Black kind of has them killed by the police, and it's awesome.
It's not Jack Black, it's the daughter who does it.
They kind of work together.
She's able to control people.
I think even the grandpa has a hand in this mischief.
She's able to make people do what she wants, and that's what she did.
Would you recommend Freaks to a friend or family member?
I would, because I enjoyed it.
What if it was somebody that got kidnapped by the ice cream man when they were younger?
Nope. Triggered.
Did I ever tell you about the time when...
You got kidnapped by an ice cream man?
No, there was this, did I tell you about the guy that used to come to the wrestling functions and he looked like Hulk Hogan and drove an ice cream truck for a living? And he tried to get me to come into the back of his van.
You did tell me about that. That was creepy.
It really was. He was a real ice cream man.
Thank God you were.
Which I found out
smart.
years later.
Could have been a.
Dude, I was like 16. I wasn't a little kid.
This could have been a different relationship.
This Hulk Hogan dude tried to play with my balls, though. I've never told a soul.
He told me.
Now I'm telling the internet. If you meet an ice cream man that looks like Hulk Hogan,
I'm your ice cream man.
Turn him in.
Stop me when you're passing by.
he's still out there, I'm pretty sure, unless he died.
He's still